first of all, I think we saw a very good game of Bafana Bafana today. There was a lot of pressure on the opponent, what we asked. We created a lot of chances. We played good football. There was depth in the way we played. Sometimes we kept the ball good. So I think it was a fantastic game for me with a group of players who didn't play together before we started the camp. So this is not easy, and Friday was good. But yes, there were still hesitations and there was no automatism. But today I didn't see so much about that. It was very good, and I'm very happy. We started this camp from our side also a little bit hesitating because, okay, you can believe in a player and you can see that the players make good performances in the club, but this is another level and you still have to wait. But the boys did it very good. We could have won also against Tanzania, but today when you see we had maybe 8 chances, very big chances. We scored 2 times. So yes, everything is positive about the past week. And this is something that will make my job very difficult in the next months. When you see that we have 23 players there, you know that there are still maybe also 23 who are with their club, still with their club, or who are at home. So that makes that you can choose now in between 40 players, and this is not. This will be difficult because you have to drop players in September. Players maybe who deserved it, but okay, I have to make choices. But that makes also that players will be more motivated also because they know that there are guys behind them who are waiting for to take the place, and that will bring the level higher. Certainly, that will bring the level higher. The only thing I want to say also is the fact that, and this is amazing to see that I have downstairs there 23 friends, and this is something special. And I said it already before. It's not so easy to be a friend with your rival, because there are 2 left backs to right backs to strikers and so on. But yeah, this is amazing. After the first 2-3 days, the conversations began to be louder, the laughs were louder, the jokes were there. So, and that is nice to see as a coach. And you know, when that happens out of the pitch, you can be sure that in the pitch you have a team. And I think that in Friday and today we saw that we have a team on the pitch that plays for each other and that try to win the game. And that makes me enormously happy.
Thank you, Coach. Please, when you ask your question, please also let us know from which media house you're from.
Good evening, Coach. Nick Gleeson for Backpage Media. With the absence of the Mamelodi Sundowns players, you've obviously been able to give other players a chance and bring in sort of a new group into the Bafana setup. What has impressed you most about the new group that's come in?
You know what I said already, the job will be more difficult. You know, those Sundowns players had always played a very important role in the past. But I said also, and that is not only for the Sundowns players, but that little by little the team began to be older. We are, I think, for the moment, when I saw the selection of March, I think there were 12 or 13 players around 30 and over. So that means that it's time to start and little by little to get the team younger. And this is with what we saw now, because that was for us important, and that's why those players are there, to see how they should react when they play with Bafana Bafana. and there were some players that we have to keep, certainly. Okay, we have to drop down others, but I've never been afraid to drop players. I'm thinking always the collective side of football, the team, not the player. And so till now, we manage always to create a good team. And we will do it now also and try to do it now also, even when there are important games for World Cup qualifiers, to little by little, those guys you showed today and Friday, that they are ready to implant in the group. But you can't ask from me, and that should be a big error, to drop now everybody and to take those young guys. That will not work. So we will see what we will do or what we can do in the next months, and certainly for the important games in September and October.
Hi, Coach. You speak about my name is Opari from Far Post. You talk about the headache, basically because of the pool now that we have and the quality of players that we have. But is there any position that you feel like you're not really satisfied as yet and you're still looking?
You can always say, yes, maybe there you have to be a little bit better, and there you have to be a little bit better. The only thing I can say, I take for example today Kwaiba. Kwaiba is a totally different style of player than Temba. Even he played a little bit the same position. So I have to be honest and say that till now we didn't find the second Temba, that type of player. But maybe we can solve it in another way, and that's something we wanted to see also in those two in the camp of now, in those two games. Can we solve it otherwise? Do we have to look? And for the moment, we didn't find the second Temba, but who tells me, who can assure me that Temba will be ready in September? So we have to look for other solutions, and we will see if we can solve that problem to play in a different way.
Good evening, Coach. Nico, SABC Sport. Just a few weeks back, you were one person who was not really happy with the left-sided centre backs. The first friendly match, you had Daman, the man of the match performance. Today, Mbogazi came in, he held his own. Would you say that those troubles are now over? Okay?
Sure. You know, I said it already. We looked years to have left-footed central defenders. I think now in this camp we saw that there are. So that is good, because right-footed on the left side, there are some moments in the game he's in trouble. So now we can have that problem with Ndaname and with Mbokazi. But again, I don't want to tell you, or I don't tell you that they will be there in September. But we have solutions, and we will see in September what we will do.
Coach, also with some of the players, some of them started in the last game and then they were on the bench today and came on, like Ronaldo as well. Do you feel that also gave them a little bit of an edge in terms of being relaxed and being able to play better than they did in the first game? Isn't that fantastic?
No, the changes today were because I saw that some players started to be tired. Take Janele runs a lot, and I think the moment we changed him and we put Cupido in, it was because he was tired. So it's not always, you don't change always a team because they play bad. Sometimes it's also because he's tired or because the opponent put another player and we have a problem, so we have to change. So it's not always because he plays bad. And certainly not today. We didn't change because they play bad. It was especially like also Rele. He has a very, very overloaded program behind him. So he's a little bit, the fresh is a little bit gone with him. You see that. So, okay, then you change him. But that has nothing to do with good or bad playing.
Coach Namabongo, so from SABC Sports, I want to talk about the leadership within the group, using Pasadena as the first captain and then CBC in the second game. Just the leadership qualities that you've seen them possessing, but also within the squad, if there are other players that have shown that they could actually give Ronwen a run for their money, which is what Coach Grant Johnson had said. He needs goalkeepers as well that can give Ronwen some competition.
You know, leadership is not always having a big mouth. Sometimes, yes, you have captains who talks a lot, and but those two, Ronwen and even Sibi, they are not really guys who talks a lot, who cry a lot, or no, but just the way they are there gives them respect from everybody. Ronwen, okay, Ronwen is Ronwen, but maybe nobody saw a captain in Sibi. Sibi is with us from the first day I'm here. I know this guy, and there is not a better professional than him. And because he is like that, the attitude he has, he takes respect from his players. You see that. You see that. You don't hear him, huh? Ask him. He was 10 days with us. But he's there. He's there. You see, he's there. And today also, yeah, it was the right choice to make him captain. And it was because we wanted to have two teams that he didn't play on Friday. And I wanted to play him today because of Mbokasi, 19 years old, first year. He felt good because Sibi was there. So again, I make the right choice.
You and then the last two.
Good evening, Coach. This is Mzansi from Instagram. Coach, looking at the two friendlies you played, regardless of the result, what are some of the areas of concern are you willing to correct going into September games?
To correct?
Says, are there any areas that you feel you want to correct before we play against?
You know, this camp and those two games were for me just looking to the young boys, how should he perform? And I didn't look at how there we have to be better or there. No, I just look at their performance. And some guys did it very well, some guys less, and others, there were others of who we can say maybe it was a little bit too early, or maybe they achieved the highest level. They can make the step to Bafana Bafana. And that was the intention, what do you say it?
Intention.
Yeah, intention. That was the intention of this camp. Not, there is better or there, no. Just, yeah, show me, guys. Show me. And they showed me. So, again, I think when you see that today and when you see which players are not there for the moment, that we can say that the future of Bafana Bafana looks bright.
Okay, who was the next person? Then it's the last two questions. Then we wrap it up. Okay. So you'll wrap it up. Is there another question? Okay. I will hear
Coach,
from you.
we've already seen that you have a lot of options. There's a team in Bloemfontein, a team here as well, and Mamelodi Sundowns players. However, there are other players that are perhaps still hoping to make it into the Bafana Bafana squad. Just a message to those players that are at home and looking at the fact that it is a break and September's just around the corner.
That's a long question.
No, she says we have this team here, we have the team that played on Friday, we have a team in Bloemfontein, and then the Sundowns players.
Yeah.
So what advice can you give to other players who
Yeah.
want to join this?
You know, okay, I said it already, my job will be very difficult in the next months. But that doesn't mean that we will not look after good players. So the other players who were not here today, who didn't, who were not with us before, and who were not in the Chan team, don't forget the -20. So that doesn't mean that now all the rest of the players don't have a chance anymore. No, you always have to look to become better and to have better players. So everybody next season, when the season starts, everybody has his chance to be with Bafana Bafana. But they have to be better than those guys who are now there. And that is a challenge I will have as a coach now, to make the right choices in the pool of many players for the moment. It's up to me now, and yeah, it doesn't frighten me, certainly not. I like more that I have to drop a player, even a good player, than I have to take a player who's not good enough.